Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Team Gohan Fighter back with another video, and today I'm going to do a review of RWBY Volume 4, Episode 6, Chapter 6, The Turning Point, or Tipping Point. I'm sorry, not Turning Point, The Tipping Point. Um, so, yeah, this is a really good episode. This episode is getting everything along. And so we got the RWBY gang back, and well, not the RWBY gang. It's the RWBY, Nora. Basically everyone other than Team RWBY, with the exception of RWBY, together. The episode starts off. They're in the forest, and they eventually get to this abandoned town, and they walk up to this abandoned town. They basically it's like a ghost town basically. There's no one there, but everything looks like in shape and stuff like that. But it's like no one's there, and they're like, well, where is everyone? And stuff like this. And so they're doing what they're doing, traveling and stuff like that. Um, So yeah, that's kind of what they were doing, looking around to see if there was anyone there. There wasn't, so yeah. When we get into the next scene, we cover a lot about Weiss. Weiss is with her father. The father is talking about things, because they're at this big party and stuff like that. And so she gets, a water, or not water. She wants to go get a drink. He wants to get a butler for her to get it for her. He's like, no, I want to get it myself because, I'm not some influential, rich snob, basically. She wants to get things on her own, which is kind of cool. This eventually leads to a conversation with a boy who just wants to hit on her basically. Wants to make small talk, and Weiss just gets pissed off eventually and just says get out or whatever. And because he was kind of butchering the charity painting and stuff like that. He's just get out, and he's like, what? I haven't done anything wrong. And he's like, just get out or I'm going to get security to escort you out or whatever. And so then Weiss basically overhears these people, talking, they're just talking crap and stuff like that. And she gets pissed at them. And so she gets so pissed that she actually accidentally summons one of her, spell things, or animals come out, and it's about to hit her, and then it goes away. Never really explained, but someone, I guess, stopped it in time. And then they're like, unrest her or whatever. They're like, arrest her or whatever, and while she's on the ground, no one really says anything except for, one of the, headmasters from, from the schools or whatever. He was there, and he says he's the only one that's making sense, and then he leaves. And so, that was the end. That was the kind of end of the, that scene. They had a lot of stuff going on. Show. I do like how they're showing, Weiss's development. How she's evolved. From being, this, rich character that's kind of leaning on everything that she, had, to now more of someone that's independent. And also, I almost forgot that, I also forgot about the singing scene. That actually comes beforehand. Weiss is seen singing. How can I forget about this? But She's singing. I don't exactly know if that was the actual Weiss voice actor, or if that was actually an actual singer singing it. I couldn't tell because the voice seemed a little different. But it could have been her singing the voice. I'm not sure. But it just seemed a little different to me when she was singing it. So I'm not sure. Um, but it could have been her, and if it was, that was a really good performance by her. But it just didn't. I don't know if it didn't sound like her for some reason. It didn't. Like, even no, I know she was singing, but like it didn't really sound like her. So that's what I'm saying. Like, uh, so there was that too, and then we get to all the other stuff afterwards, of course, that I just kind of mentioned. Uh, um, so then we go back to the Ruby and everyone else with her, and they're still around in the city, this abandoned like town or whatever, and then we get the creeper guy that's looking for Ruby. Basically, he's there. Well, he isn't there, but Jin like senses him. Basically, he like, I don't even know how to describe this. He like has this like thing where he can just like sense someone coming. He had like, well, he has the aura. Well, they all have aura, but he was he was sensing them like coming, like, because he could sense someone was coming, and so he came, and then he started doing a couple, just attacking them here and there, and then he stops, and then he specifically then says who he's there for, and that is Ruby. Um, he's like, me? He's like, why are you here for me? And he does explain it, and it's like, Nora was like, well, what if she doesn't want to come? Like, so, then they eventually get back to fighting. There's a scuffle, they're all fighting, they're not looking so good. Ruby kind of really looked like she was getting her butt kicked. She got the kick in the stomach, and then out of nowhere is Crow. Crow comes out, running, while they're all like, getting beat up. There was one point in the battle too where I thought it was really interesting that I want to just point out before I get into the last scene of this episode, and that was that Ruby was shown to, on her scythe, she did the gunshot thing, but she hit her teammate. She was supposed, I don't know if she was supposed to hit the villain or she actually was supposed to hit Nora, because it seemed like it was an accident, but once Nora got up, then she started to do this like attack with her weapon, and had the electricity and shit like that on it and all that stuff. So I don't exactly know what happened there. That eventually didn't really do anything anyways, but I thought that was something really interesting to show in the episode. But then Crow obviously eventually shows up, and they're all beat up and stuff like that. They're, looks like they're about to get beat. He shows up and basically, shields him from Ruby. We'd seen a couple episodes prior that he was basically there. So he was there, and, and then once, they attacked, obviously he came in out of hiding. But Crow was always watching them, in case something happened, and that's what happened. So he was ready, to come and intervene. And so that's what basically happened. And so now he's probably going to attack this, or basically, battle this person. I don't know what it's going to lead to for them. Who knows? But yeah, that's how the episode ends with him. You just basically, his, looking at Ruby, and he's about ready to pull out his weapon, to fight the villain. And ha. It was a very good episode. I was really intrigued by this episode. This was there was a lot of stuff going on that really intrigued me. Yang and Blake and Sun Wukong weren't in the episode this week. They were in the last episode, so it makes sense. It was a really good episode. I'm eager to see where they go with the season. It just, I don't know I don't know what exactly they're trying to all accomplish at this point yet, because it just seems everyone right now at this time, and it can change in a few episodes, but right now at this time it just feels like everyone is just trying to do their own thing. But I mean, it's not quite clear to me what the RWBY team right now is trying to do. Blake right now is with her parents, which I think is going to lead into something that she didn't expect, especially with the White Fang. And then Yang, of course, is still trying to come to the grips of having a machinery arm. And then, of course, Weiss is, well, Weiss. She's learning, I guess, how to be an independent fully now that she's with her parents, to finally, reject them, like, in front of them. Prior to that, we seen Weiss just not pick up the phone, in the previous seasons, and not talk to her father. But, it seems like now she's doing it, like, struggling to have done it, in person, and she's doing it right now. So it seems like they're trying to establish what everyone is going to do before they decide to take action with the characters. The only people, like I said, I think the RWBY team right now is the only team that's really trying to go after something right now, where everyone else is right now in a standstill on what they want to do. I think Blake is gonna eventually be the one that, like, gets into, like, this plot, because I think they're gonna not have a choice because the White Fang is there, and I think they're going to try and attack Blake first, and so that's where I think their action is going to come at, since Blake is home. Of course, RWBY right now is, being targeted because she is the main character out of everyone. So, yeah, that is the episode, and that's little tidbits on what I thought. I think it's a really good episode. I'm looking forward to the future episodes that they have coming out for Volume 4. And we'll see what happens moving forward, because it's starting to get interesting. This was the tipping point, so hopefully we'll tip now to the really main plot of the story right now. I don't know how many episodes are planned for the season. I don't know if it's like 20, or I don't know, what was it for Volume 3? I don't remember. Was it 20? So we got about excuse me. We got another good 12 episodes, right? About 12 episodes left. Hopefully they don't take another break next week. This is the first time we had a back-to-back one in like a month. Per week, back-to-back weeks. So it's looking good. I'm really enjoying it right now. So And I like this episode was had amount of decent time, and it wasn't really that short compared to the other some of the recent episodes, which seemed, I think, a little too short. This one was pretty long, not that long, but decent amount long. So I think they're doing pretty good right now. Like I said, overall episode is pretty good. I pretty much reviewed all the details and stuff, the fights, and so yeah, good episode. If you like it, let me know what you guys think. Again, keep in mind, I wait for it to come out on YouTube. I don't have a sponsorship and all that stuff, so I wait for it to come up on YouTube to watch it on YouTube, so I can watch it on my TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I rather watch a show on TV than watch it on my damn computer. I'm old school like that. I know this is a web show, but it's still a animational cartoon. I still say it's an anime, but whatever at this point. No, it's definitely an anime. Get out of here. They got their own manga. Like, I'm serious. They got their own manga. Like, there was like this Japanese publishing company in Japan that was like, "Yo, Rooster Teeth, we want to make their own manga." Like, Rooster Teeth oversees it though, so I mean, somewhat good. Yeah. So RWBY has their own manga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, who does that? So yeah. Also, you know what? I also want to bring this up because, just in case if people have a Steam account, I do have the RWBY Steam game. So if you guys want to friend me, description box for my Steam stuff. Take this time to play me up with RWBY, because we're showing you little video game highlights here. I do actually have this. This isn't actually stuff that I recorded, but I mean, actually I do have the game. So so if you guys want to hit me up, link in the description, friend me, and we can probably play as teammates in the RWBY Steam video game, which I really one day hope that game, or a game for that matter, becomes a PlayStation 4 game or something like that, or something around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that'd be really good. Make that game into a freaking PlayStation game. Like, I'm telling you, would sell. I make more. I think because they're still making upgrades to the game. The game was fully released this year, but I think it's because they're still upgrading it. Because they're still putting new features in. They just released the downloadable contents a couple months ago. So, for the North and for the other team. I bet you they're gonna develop other teams too. Like, I bet you're gonna have like some Wukong, like I don't know. I think they will. That's just me though. All those other kids, yeah. But getting back to this episode, good episode. Again, enjoyed it. They got this whole thing with RWBY, because they're all going after RWBY. Blake, they're gonna get something with the White Fang there. Again, she wasn't in this episode, but I'm sure she'll be in the next episode. Yang, hopefully we'll get to see some more Yang action, because me, I really like my Yang. And hopefully we'll get to see that. Yeah, we really need to see that. I really need to see that fight. What fight? I know. I mean, I'm saying. I'm not fight. I mean, we really need some Yang, doing something, because like, right now she's just in this whole midlife crisis thing with Luke Skywalker hand right now, and like, not really doing that much right now. We gotta see some more Yang action, She hasn't been the same since she got her hand cut off by Adam. Yeah, that guy. That guy, yeah, Adam, get the fuck out of here. Adam, man. Better hope that you never run into me. That's all I gotta say. Because if I have to get Goku on your ass, I will. Adam. Anyways, that's no puns intended there, but yeah, I like the episode. Like I said, it's really good. Again, I hope next week they don't make us wait, or they have like a blank, no episode, and then we have to wait like 2 weeks or whatever, like we've been doing lately. I hope it's just back to back like this again. Like I said, when it comes out, I wait for it until it's on YouTube, so don't comment spoilers and stuff like that. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe, and also please leave me a comment on what your thoughts about RWBY and what you think is going to happen in the next coming episodes. Subscribe, comment, like, share, and that's about it, guys. I am a Team Gohan fighter, and I'm out of here. Peace.